You may wonder at times why different sources of channeling sometimes come up with their own dates for expected events, and yet do not dispute those that are given by others that are different to theirs. Although there is generally a reluctance to give dates anyway, occasionally circumstances dictate that a firm date can be acknowledged, say such as one that has been divinely given. The reason for this is that there are different timelines that exist for most events, meaning that more than one outcome is possible, so the ultimate, correct date for you is partly dependent upon your choice. Therefore we would be reluctant to deny someone else's choice, as we could affect the outcome by doing so and that would be deemed interference. So as many dates are being given for almost all important events, we would suggest you focus on the one that satisfies your understanding. Financial happenings still fill the headlines, and at each turn it seems that matters get worse rather than better. We cannot say that we are surprised, as efforts are directed at keeping the old systems going, rather than approaching the problems from a completely new direction. The underlying reason for the meltdown is understood by some people, but they are not necessarily in a position to influence what happens. The sweeping changes that are required will only happen when it is acknowledged that the old ways are no longer workable. That is something we are assisting our allies to bring about as soon as possible. The amount of cooperation we are getting in the different countries is encouraging, and it will reach a point when there will be a vast majority that will support the necessary changes, and then they will go ahead. The Dark Ones are no longer in any doubt that we mean business, and their defeat is simply a matter of time. The Lighted Ones are patient, and realize that providing the right time is chosen to apply a coup de grace, there will be a relatively smooth transition from the old to the new. With the energy and consciousness levels on Earth continually growing, there can be no doubt that the changes are imminent. We could talk of weeks rather than months, and that shows our own confidence in the future. However, we would rather you used your own intuition, as you would be surprised how often it is able to pick up the truth. In some ways the exact dates are not so important, as when an event is close to manifesting you will be aware of it anyway. At present we busy ourselves in keeping a constant eye on earthly occurrences, whether man-made or natural, to ensure nothing gets out of hand. We are in your skies for various reasons, and regularly attend to clearing the trails, and balancing your weather patterns so as to maintain the seasons. In the longer term they will moderate and become more temperate, and once ascended will no longer be a necessary factor for food production. The dimensional changes will eventually be so far reaching that conditions will remain constant. Indeed, in your finer body you will not be subject to the ravages of time, illnesses or any disabling factor. Ascension as you now understand it, is ongoing and is only just beginning with the closing of the cycle of duality. As much as we try to convey what the future holds for you, words really fail us at times. To understand the beauty, harmony and balance of the higher dimensions you have to be there, and how can one really describe the way in which the energy caresses you and makes you feel so wonderful? Tiredness is something that you experience on Earth as your physical body becomes drained of its energy, yet in the higher dimensions that never occurs as you are continually drawing from the energies around you. All those earthly problems connected with having a physical body do not exist at all. However, we jump ahead, but all of these changes await you in due course. For the older people amongst you that are ascending, it will mean much more, because as happens when you pass on from death into the astral levels, you will quickly be able to think yourself into a younger body free of the effect of old age. You can gradually put together a picture of what it will be like to ascend, and perhaps the most useful gain is the ability to talk with anyone by telepathy regardless of distance. It is experienced by you at times without your realization, when it seems like your own voice talking to you. Another gadget that will make life so much easier will be a voice translator, enabling you to listen to any language as though it was in your own. Some of our technology is so advanced it is considered by you as only a possibility, because you do not have the knowledge yet to do it for yourself. That is where we will enable you to make a quantum leap forward, and will introduce you to our level of existence. We keep talking about the exciting times ahead, and considering they will release you from your bondage, that has to be so. However, it is not just that, as you are replacing one life experience with another that is far superior. It is one that you left behind you eons of time ago, to experience time and space in duality. You have truly earned the right to move out of it, and as a civilization have at last succeeded in overcoming the pull of the lower energies. It has taken you a long time, but all that will be forgotten quite quickly as you put it behind you and enjoy your new life. I am Salusa from Sirius, and would mention that some of our smaller mothercraft are being positioned a bit closer to Earth, allowing us to reach you with our scoutcraft more speedily. The need to track your Dark Ones and their activities is vital in these closing stages leading to their removal. This way we can prevent them from attempting the major incident to delay the end of their time. We believe that they are sufficiently disempowered to prevent one, but remain vigilant and focused on our responsibilities to you. We have guided you and protected you for many, many years, and it is greatly satisfying for us to know that we have helped you reach your goal. We have looked upon you as our family, and never been far away at any time. Soon we will be even closer, until first contact, when we shall truly be amongst you. I leave you with the thought that if you have chosen to ascend, it matters not whether you are on Earth to experience it, you will still do so. Every soul has the choice to make, and before very long all will fully understand its significance. Thank you, Salusa.